courtroom.
Magbanua, please remain standing. Everyone else can be seated. Please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you will give today will be the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may take your seat. Please speak loudly and clearly for the jurors.
Yes.
Please say your name and spell your name.
Katherine Magbanua, Katherine Magbanua.
Ms. Magbanua, are you in custody?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you serving a sentence?
Yes, ma'am.
For what?
Life.
Life for what crime?
For the murder of Dan Markel.
And did you have a trial before you received that sentence?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and in that trial, did you testify in your own defense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and in that testimony, did you testify that essentially we had it right about everyone else, but you were in the dark, you weren't involved in any way?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And was that true?
No, ma'am.
All right, and you didn't have to testify in your own defense. You could have chosen to remain silent, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you testified also in the trial in which Garcia was convicted, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And same thing there. You testified you did not tell the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And why then come now with a different story?
I think that the truth needed to come out, and the people responsible needed to get arrested.
Okay. Are you hoping to get something out of this?
I would eventually like to see my children again one day.
And are you hoping that something can be done for you even after being sentenced?
Yes, ma'am. I'm hoping so.
Okay. Have you been promised anything
No,
in
ma'am,
exchange for your testimony?
No, ma'am, I have not.
Okay. By me or by anyone?
No, ma'am. Nobody.
Okay. Has anybody told you what you need to say here today?
No, ma'am.
Has anybody told you, well, you need to implicate a certain person?
No, ma'am.
Weren't you originally offered immunity in this case to come forward with the truth?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
Why did you not take that opportunity?
Well, in the first trial, I was tried with Secretary Garcia, and he was facing the death penalty, and I just couldn't do it.
Okay, because the truth would implicate your child's father.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about the second time?
I've been living a lie this whole time, and it was just so hard to come out with the truth that I kept fighting.
Did anybody threaten you or harm you to prevent you from coming forward with the truth?
No, ma'am.
Were you ever promised anything by anyone to, if you'll just remain silent, we'll pay for your kids' education or anything like that?
No, ma'am.
Were you involved in the death of Dan Markel?
Yes, ma'am.
Did we have it right? Were you the middleman between the shooter and Charlie Adelson?
Yes, ma'am.
Who solicited you to become involved in this?
Charlie.
Who was he to you at that time?
We were dating at that time.
When did you start dating Charlie Adelson?
We started dating around 2013 when I was working for Sophie Dental.
Okay. Do you know what month?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And when did you stop dating him?
Probably towards the beginning of 2015.
Okay. Was there a period of time where it kind of wasn't clear whether you were still with Charlie or dating Garcia?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And Garcia is your child's father, right?
Yes.
And what's your history with him? How long were you together?
I've been with Secretary Garcia since I was about 18 years old.
All right, so a lot of history there.
Yes, ma'am.
Fair to say that you're on again, off again quite a few times throughout your history together.
Yes, ma'am.
And during one of those off times, is that when you started seeing Charlie Adelson?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And then toward the end of Charlie Adelson, there was a little bit of overlap with the two men.
Yes, ma'am.
And that sort of is in the middle of the time frame that we're talking about here today, right?
Yes, ma'am.
When did Charlie Adelson first bring this idea up to you that I'm looking for someone to harm my brother-in-law?
This was around October. What stuck out in my head was on Halloween on October 31st.
Okay. And what year was that?
That was 2013.
Okay. And so on Halloween, what is your memory of what y'all were doing that night that you're able to remember that happened that night?
Well, we were out in Lincoln Road. It was like a kind of like a block party in Lincoln Road. And then when we were getting ready to get into our cars, he jumped into my car, and he basically suggested that do I know anybody that can harm someone?
Okay. And were those the words he used, harm?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you know somebody that could harm someone?
Yes, ma'am. At that time, Sigfredo was the first person that kind of popped in my head.
Okay, I want to approach and show you an exhibit. This states 36. Do you recognize this photograph?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it a fair and accurate photograph of you and Charlie Adelson when you all were dating?
Yes, ma'am.
Move into evidence states 36, Your Honor.
Any objection? States 36 is admitted.
Any problem with that?
You may.
Where was this photograph taken?
That was down at the Keys.
When was it taken?
I believe that was his birthday,
Charlie's birthday?
Charlie's birthday.
In 2013?
Yes, ma'am.
When was his birthday?
October 27th, I believe.
And y'all drove down to the Keys?
Yes, ma'am.
So that would have been just a few days before he broached this subject of harming someone to you on Lincoln Road.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were you aware of him sending this photograph to his sister that night?
No,
Or
ma'am. I
that
was
day?
not.
Why would he think that you knew somebody that could harm someone?
Why would Charlie think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I've spoken about Sigfredo, just kind of the situations that we were having, and
So he knew a little bit
problems.
about your ex's criminal history?
I might have mentioned something along the way, yes.
What did Sigfredo Garcia know about Charlie Adelson?
At that time, I don't think he really knew of him yet.
Okay. At some time, did he become aware that you had started dating someone else?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And there's one phone call in the phone records that we're going to hear more about with the next witness. It's from Sigfredo Garcia to Harvey Adelson on July 1st, 2014. Do you know anything about that phone call?
Yes, ma'am. There was a bit of an altercation between Charlie and Sigfredo. I believe prior to that, like a couple hours before that, where like he saw us leaving and then he kind of blocked off where I was like residing. Like we were already in the car, me and Charlie were, and he stopped and started screaming some stuff, but we didn't know what he was talking about.
Okay, so when you first started dating Charlie back sometime shortly before around Halloween of 2013, or October of 2013,
Yes,
is that
ma'am.
right? Garcia didn't know about it.
I
But
believe
it's-
he didn't know
Okay,
anything about
but
it.
at
ma'am.
some point he learned and was jealous and there was a confrontation.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so how does that confrontation explain a phone call to Harvey Adelson?
I think he was trying to contact Charlie, and maybe he somewhat probably Googled, tried to find, and that's the number that he had gotten, which was...
Okay, maybe he was looking for Dr. Adelson or something like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But to your knowledge, there's no connection between Garcia and any member of the Adelson family other than you?
No, ma'am.
Who is Luis Rivera?
Sigfredo Garcia's friend.
Okay. And how long have you known him?
For a number of years, over a decade probably.
Okay. Why did you agree when Charlie asked you to enlist somebody to harm someone? Why did you agree to do that?
Oh, at that time, Charlie knew that I was going through financial situations, so I guess he thought, hey, you can make some money.
You needed the money.
Yes, ma'am.
And Garcia and Rivera, they were also motivated by money, right?
Of course.
Did Charlie Adelson tell you why he wanted to harm Dan Markel?
At that time, no, ma'am.
Okay. What did you learn about Dan Markel over the course of your relationship with Charlie Adelson?
Well, through the course, he was just mentioning that his parents were going through it, that his sister was going through it, that, he basically painted a bad picture of Mr. Markel, and since he knew that I was going through stuff with Sigfredo, it was I was like sympathizing with his sister because I know how it feels to go through.
Okay,
turmoil.
so you knew that his sister was having a terrible time with her ex.
Yes, ma'am.
And you had some things going on with Garcia that felt relatable.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what does it mean that his parents are going through it?
He just said that they couldn't sleep, that at some point I think somebody was throwing up. I don't know if it was his mom or his dad, and that it was just becoming a big problem to them.
Okay, and the big problem was Dan Markel.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ever meet Donna Adelson?
Yes, ma'am.
When did you meet her?
From my recollection, it was from the dental office.
And why did you go to the dental office?
I needed some cavities and teeth whitening done.
Is that the only time you ever met Donna Adelson?
From my recollection, yes, ma'am.
All right. And did she know you were dating her son when she met you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were things cordial between you at that meeting?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you discuss anything beyond greetings and pleasantries?
No, ma'am.
After the initial approach of you at Lincoln Road on Halloween, was there any more discussion with Charlie Adelson about this potential job?
Throughout, the couple weeks whenever I had a chance to hang out with him, he would mention here and there.
How often were you seeing each other during this time frame?
Probably, I had children, so I always, if I could get out and I can find a babysitter, I'd go over to his house, or we'd have dinner and hang out.
Okay, would that be like once a week, 3 times a week, once a month?
About 2 times a week.
2 times a week. And would you stay over, or would you just go for dinner?
Sometimes I would stay over, yes, ma'am.
And you're saying when you would go over there and hang out with him, sometimes there would be further conversation about this potential job where you're going to be paid to hire someone or enlist someone to harm Dan Markel.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and did you learn any more details about what needed to be done?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
He never gave me any details.
And so he would just continue to say the same things?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Sorry. He would just tell me that they were going through hard times.
Okay, so the conversations typically were, my family is really suffering under this situation.
Yes, ma'am.
Sustained. Did not answer the question. Please refrain.
In these conversations, are you asked, like, have you secured anyone? Are you asked further questions about who's going to be doing it?
No, ma'am.
Did you tell him, like, yes, I can do it?
Yes, I just agreed to it.
Okay.
that I had somebody.
All right. And during these conversations with Charlie Adelson, was there ever a time when he's in the middle of these conversations with you about what's going to happen, speaking to his mother?
Sometimes he would get on the phone, he'd kind of look at me weird, and then just step out of the room and discuss whatever he needed to discuss.
You objected to giving information about what was discussed outside of presence.
Overruled. She is
You do that.
talking about what took place, not the substance of the conversation itself. You may continue.
All right. So he would step out, have a conversation with his mother, and then come back.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then you would resume the conversation about.
Yeah,
This
he would just
harming?
kind of go off again, saying that this needed to be taken care of, and what his family was going through.
All right. How many times did this particular situation happen where you were discussing what would eventually become the murder, and his mother was interjected in that way that you just described?
How many times did I think he stepped out and
Yes.
speak to him? A number of times.
More than twice?
Yes, ma'am.
More than 5 times?
Yes, ma'am.
So this was like a regular part of the way this worked whenever this conversation came up?
Yes,
He would
ma'am.
consult his mother and come back and speak to you.
Objected.
Yes, ma'am.
Did he ever
Overruled.
relay to you, you know, my mom says whatever?
He didn't. He never specifically said what he spoke to his mom about. No.
Okay. But did you understand that getting the job done would relieve the stress on Charlie Adelson and his family?
Yes, ma'am.
Overruled.
Did you understand that getting the job done would relieve the stress on Charlie Adelson and his family?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. At some point, did you learn this isn't going to be just harming, like, I don't know, maybe punch him in the face or something? It's going to be a murder.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And do you know specifically when you learned that?
There was an envelope that Charlie had given me one day that I went over to his house, and he told me not to open it, and that he had worn gloves to close it, and that was basically it. And that I was the understanding of to pass it on to whoever I knew could take care of it.
Okay. And when it's pass it on to whoever you knew, the name Sigfredo Garcia is used or is not used?
No, it was never used.
Okay. And is that, when we're talking about this conspiracy in general terms, are you in general trying to insulate the co-conspirator on this side of you from the one over here?
Yes, ma'am. I was basically in the middle.
So you don't talk about Charlie to Sigfredo, and you don't talk about Sigfredo to Charlie.
No, ma'am.
But they both.
Knew that it was to them, yes.
Okay. He said he wore gloves when he put whatever he put in the envelope.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so he told you, don't open it, don't touch what's in there.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And what kind of envelope was it?
It was a manila envelope.
Was there any writing on the envelope or anything on the outside?
No, ma'am. It was blank.
All right. So the envelope goes into your diaper bag, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you take it and Sigfredo gets it from you?
Yes, well, eventually when I came home, because I usually have that diaper bag, that's like my little weekend bag. And when I came home, I contacted Sigfredo and I was like, hey, I have a package for you. Just come by whenever you can.
Did you open it and see what was inside?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Did Charlie Adelson say anything to you about where he printed the documents that were contained inside?
He did mention that he would never, he's like, oh, I didn't print this in my, the office that he had in his home. Probably printed in one of the offices that he worked at.
Because he would frequent a bunch of different offices,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Okay. All right, so you gave this package to Garcia, and did he open it in your presence?
No, ma'am. He literally took it and left out the door.
All right, and had you talked to him beforehand about, hey, I'm going to give you some instructions about a job?
No, there was no conversation about it. Basically, just I have that package, and then he took it.
But how
and
did he
left.
know what the package was? Had you talked to him at all about, hey, I got a job for you?
Oh yes, ma'am. Like I told them that that I have potential person that needed to get harmed or beat up from my understanding at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, okay.
Okay. All right, so I want to ask you about the June trip. In June, did you provide Garcia with any money for expenses associated with that June trip?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you get the money from to give to Garcia?
From Charlie.